So here we are on mylivesignature.com, and when you first come to this, you'll see all these. Just be careful you don't click on these. They're add choices. So are these ones down here. This is the place you want to go. But when you first come here, you'll need to register, which you'll click on this tab and create your account. And they'll just ask you for all your information, etc. as usual, and then you'll just hit sign up. Once you have done that, when you come again, you'll actually log in, and that is here. So I've just done that. If I log in here, then you'll want to come back to the home page, which is actually here, to click on the big orange button. And when you click on that, you're pretty much ready to go. So what you'll do, there are several different options here, but this is the one that we're interested in the top left here, create using our step-by-step wizard. So the first thing you're going to choose is your font style. Well, the first thing you're going to choose is your name. So you'll either use your pen name. I'm choosing a kind of slightly fancy name here, so that just to show you what a different sort of signature might look like. So step one is you enter your name, and step two is actually you choose your font style. There's several different fonts. Well, there's 120 of them actually. Some are quite fancy, like this one. You might see that on a wedding invitation. I happen to know that there's one that is number 57 that I quite like because I think it looks fairly good. Now, the one thing I'll say is that if this person's name is Louise Della Rue, that to me looks like a T Rue, but whatever. It's stylized, and that's what I like about it. So that would be choosing your font would be step one. Step two, you need to choose a size, and you want to choose something that's reasonably big but not too terribly big. I think size 4 will look about right on most blog posts, so I'm just going to choose that. I'm going to choose the signature slope now, and you'll see that as I go down, these get progressively more sloped or more angled. But you'll see that if you look at the outline box, you'll see that's how much white space it's going to take up around this image on your web page. So I like to choose something that's about like this. It gives it a bit of a slope, but not too terribly big. And so then you would go to the next step. And you can change the color of the background. If I do that and then click in, the background will go red. That's not what I want. I want it to be white or actually transparent sometimes. So I'm just going to make the background white, and then you can come in here and change this box and make that whatever color you want. But that actually changes the text. Now, if I don't know the hex code and I just want to sort of guess at a color, I can just move this up and down, and you can see it changing down here. So if we have it like this, just so that it would show up on a page against most blogs use gray or black text, so blue shows up nicely. The other thing to bear in mind here is I would recommend that you create your signature with just your first name, with your first and last name, and also in several different colors, that being black, white for use on pages with a colored background, and whatever color you like, such as this blue, that you think will show up nicely against black text on a white background. So those are a couple of things to remember. If I go to the next step, then I just need to save it. It has saved it. And then I can download the signature or download it as a PNG. You can then save it as a JPEG if you want to. JPEG files are always going to be smaller because they're more compressed than PNG files, and you only need a PNG file when you need a transparent background. So you can save yourself a bit of page load time on that. You can rename it, you can delete it, you can upgrade it. I've never bought an upgrade, so I don't really know what they do. You can then also create the HTML signature code, which I'll show you in a second, but you can also have an animated version now. You might want to do that. I think it's just a waste of it's a bit of code bloat, actually. I'm sure it's just, it would slow down the loading of the page. And depending on your niche, it may even look a bit gimmicky. So I typically just download it as a picture or whatever. I do also always download the HTML. Now, when you click on that option, it's going to give you the option to add some contact information such as your phone number or best regards or whatever else it was you want to put in there. You can do that. I guess I could delete this here. I'd probably create it just by itself actually. And then you generate the HTML code, and you would just copy and save this in a text document, because you don't want to get any, don't save it in a Word document, you don't want to get any erroneous formatting in there. So you would just copy that, and then you can paste this within a page or a blog, or you can paste it, put it in there as an image. But whichever way you choose to do it, it's really easy. This is a great site and it's free. My Live Signature, you can get other things from here. You can get the animated signatures as well. It's entirely up to you, but it's a great tool. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope this was helpful for you. This is Debra Lloyd from WP-WebWorks.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.